They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of display. Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 I'm black pill, I'm ill with this will.
It's so important, guys. So important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States.
Hey, everybody. What's up, man? It's Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. You know what I mean? Man, shit. I'm saying, man, it's funny, man. I made that video, Black Pill Prophecy, like over 8 months ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Then I made that video, Black Pill Hunting, over a year ago, man, where, I predicted all this going down, man. The Manosphere going up in shambles, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything colliding, the collision of things coming. Everybody that was left, unscathed, you know what I'm saying? Left without, what's that word? Without anybody commentating on what they're doing. It's all coming to the light, man. Because the Manosphere right now is at the, at the peaking point, and like I said, man, what sped up a lot of this is you had Conan-19. Conan-19 happened, you know what I'm saying? I think first time I hopped on MD's stream was 2020. So, Conan-19 happens, and what's happened is in 2 years, under the epidemic and all that crap, everything sped up. Everything sped up, man. Every man that has been waiting on something, they're no longer waiting, because they saw that with the epidemic that their whole life could be taken away from them. Their jobs were put on halt. A lot of men lost their jobs. A lot of men lost their ability to pay mortgage. A lot of men lost their ability to pay child support. I mean, not a lot of people talk about the side effects of the pandemic or, Conan-19, the destroyer. No one talks about the side effects. But at the same time, there were some benefits to Conan-19. The benefit of when Conan-19 happened and the epidemic happened is that it forced a lot of men to understand that, man. And, this is what I've been telling guys with the black pill for it's almost over 2 years now. I've been telling guys since I started in the Manosphere, you have no control. You have no control of this society you're living in. If you live in the West, you have no control at all. All you have control of is what you can control, what you do with your money. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you don't have that much control, because when Conan-19, the destroyer, happened, they limited flights. You know what I'm saying? They limited flights where you can and can't go. And the benefit of Conan-19 is that it's forced a lot of men to face the facts. You know what I'm saying? It's as though the facts just punched a lot of guys right in the face. That's why the PUAs, man, dating coaches panic, because a lot of men saw that, dude, you want me to invest my income in dating in a country where they don't even want me to be a male authority. Then this same country is willing to destroy my income and how I make a living over over something that isn't even deadlier than the flu. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men have progressed and been pushed been pushed forward. A lot of men been pushed forward, man. The epidemic made a lot of men. I personally think the COVID-19 has pushed a lot of men probably 5 to 10 years, maybe two to about 10 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? Planning wise, because we all know now, it's never happened in our time. You know what I'm saying? We all know now, every man that's lived through the COVID-19, the destroyer, is thinking about when's the next one. You know what I'm saying? When's the next one? If we had COVID-19, will we have He-Man 25? You know what I'm saying? He-Man 25. You know what I'm saying? That might be the new pandemic. A lot of men have seen that. Yeah, man. I literally have one life to live because, the government is willing to sacrifice that one life to live just for their own fear mongering. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men are living a whole different life. I mean, before COVID-19, everything you worried about was, of course, the recession, the economy, the hiring practices. You were worried about very basic stuff you could keep tabs on and control. But now with the looming awareness that at any time now, a new planned epidemic could happen, a lot of men are looking at their lives and saying, yeah, man, we can't settle. We can't play the games anymore, man. We can't be chasing stuff that's out of our control. You know what I'm saying? Especially domestically. I mean, right now, if you're making money, even remote workers, you know what I'm saying? Even remote workers are in trouble because if another, COVID-19 happens, yes, teachers were teaching from home or remotely, but imagine another epidemic happens and people don't, they lose their jobs and, you know what I'm saying? How they gonna learn online? How they gonna learn online when there's no money to keep the lights on? And you gotta remember, we're in a very hyper consumeristic society where most people are choosing to live paycheck by, consuming far more than they can afford. You know what I'm saying? So what will be the next one? So a lot of guys aren't settling for the whole traditional BS, start a family and all this stuff. They're not. They looked at life, man, and said, nah, man, that's not an option for me here. And you see what happened with the Passport Bros thing. Kevin Samuels dies, and then you add on the epidemic. Now men are a lot of men. I mean, I predicted this over a year ago with the gold pill where I said, yeah, man, the future for men is traveling overseas. The gold pill, living overseas. The future for men is just outright conversion from domestic livelihood to overseas livelihood. You know what I mean? Livelihood. A lot of men who complain about this globalist agenda crap who aren't aware that, dude, you live in America where America's the currency for the world. You know what I'm saying? The dollar's the currency for the world. So you literally live in a globalist minded country. And for you to not capitalize on that globally, it just shows you how limited and domesticated your thinking is, because America is a globalist hub. It's a globalist hub. You make your money here and you get to dominate around the world. So I said that, the gold pill, the gold pill is basically men living overseas, that a lot of men will be seeking out the gold pill, and a lot of men that can travel anywhere and live anywhere will soon become gold pilled aware. They'll be aware that, damn, I'm a gold pillar, man. I live my life globally. I live in solutions. I'm not plagued by any domestic issues or problems because I'm always hopping from one country to another. You know what I'm saying? I'm immune to certain domestic issues unless it has to do with the dollar's worth, you know? So a lot is happening. And, you know, and what happened with the passport bros thing, you know, you add on the epidemic, you add Kevin Samuels passing, who was the most mainstream influential man in the manosphere, his passing, and a lot of men who basically, you know, you could even look up men that have gotten tattoos of Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men believed he was, you know, their savior, even though legally, I mean, if you look at the law, you know, Kevin Samuels passing, the law didn't change at all. I mean, Roe v. Wade, a lot of people try to talk about Roe v. Wade, but they don't get that. Roe v. Wade, the federal government stepped away from Roe v. Wade and, you know, supporting, you know, baby deleting on a federal level because America needs to appeal to other people from other countries. You know what I'm saying? They need more people to come live here. You know, Trump said a big thing when Trump said, you know, we don't want people from shithole countries, is that Trump was basically saying, man, we need people that can basically come into America, add to our population, and basically assimilate to our consumeristic values and actually bring in a surplus of income and money. So the government removed Roe v. Wade. I know a lot of guys will say, well, you know, some people are saying, well, the government removed Roe v. Wade because there was too much white baby deleting going on, too much white baby deleting. But no, it's bigger than that. It was about appealing to the globalist market, the global real estate market. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that weren't coming to America because the culture of baby deleting was too much. It was too much and too offensive. You know what I'm saying? So now that the federal government doesn't support it, now it helps a lot of states. You know, so if a state doesn't support baby deleting, those people from other countries that have more religious values will move to those states. You know what I'm saying? So a lot is going on, man. And with what's happened with the like I was saying with the passport bros are literally saying, do not date women domestically at all. They're saying don't date domestic women, don't have relations with domestic women. They're implying you save your money strictly for going overseas. They're basically applying something I've been telling guys for over 2 years. You know, I call it the man vantage, you know, which is if you're in a country where it's not an advantage to be a man, then why are you participating in that country when it comes to even dating or even potentially starting a family? Because you're living at a disadvantage. You know, a man's supposed to be living by an advantage, you know, as an authority figure and so on. So a lot has happened. And a lot of men are basically, you know, with what happened with the passport bros, they're basically telling men that you should only pursue a scenario where you have an advantage. Of course, they bring up femininity, you know, female behavior, which tends to basically, femininity usually happens, and my apologies for, you know, butchering that word, femininity, whatever, feminine behavior is usually in a country where the men basically are by default the default, you know, standard for, you know, how people will be treated, you know. So a lot of men are saying with the passport bros, you know, go overseas for feminine, you know, access. And, you know, a lot of people are pulling back on it. Some people talk to are saying, well, you know, there's dangers overseas. Well, there's dangers here too, man. There's dangers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to navigate. I mean, there's certain states in America where it's the murder capital where over 100 people are dying every day. You know what I'm saying? So when a lot of men bring up all the danger, dude, it's dangerous here. And we all know some authority figures are planting drugs in certain communities. We all know what's going on. So the narrative that, oh man, you go overseas, it's too dangerous. Dude, you go in certain places in the United States, it's too damn dangerous, because the root of the major issue of crime here is the promotion of destabilizing the family. So, there's a lot going on. And, what's happened, like I said in the video, Black Pill Prophecy, Black Pill Hunting, is that everything's changing, and there's so many new factions in the Manosphere now, and what's happening is the whole Manosphere narrative is peaking. The red pill is no longer, men advocating that you as a man should stay here, you should suffer and fight for changing laws and ignoring the fact that you're going up against a government that literally prints the money for the world. Then you're going up against the corporate system that actually benefits from the destruction of the family. You know what I'm saying? Because now the corporations can pretend to be the family. That's why you got all these jobs saying, come home and come work like we're family and all that BS. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got to compete with the fact that a lot of men are talking about that the world benefits from the American laws being so chaotic with the family system. You know what I'm saying? Because now an overseas family comes in here, an overseas married couple comes into America, they're worth a lot now because they add to the marital rate, they add to the marriage rate, and they potentially add to the divorce rate as well. So there's a lot of worth in people coming from overseas. But, a lot has changed in the Manosphere, and it's basically, it's peaked, it's peaked now, and a lot of people are, there's going to be a lot of, there's a lot of infighting happening because, what's happening is you got the battle for what's the correct way. As I stated, you're going to have many people come against the black pill community, the gray pillars, which are red pillars that are black pill aware. They have black pill knowledge. Then you have the hyper depressed and guys selling depression to make a profit. You got the dark gray pillars such as your CBP, your wheat waffles, basically men that are rating the faces of other men and trying to determine their worth in society through a very homophobic lens. You know what I'm saying? Another man telling you how attractive you are. It's insane. So what's happening is the Manosphere is peaking because now everything you could think about is happening. Everyone's talking. I mean, you even got guys now in the Manosphere, like I've been saying, we got sus soldiers. We have a lot of portable closeted men that are openly promoting to men, and I've been saying this for over a year, an open prison policy of if you can't get women, sleep with trannies and so on, you're not gay, you just can't get women. So you're doing this for the meantime. So now you got men advocating this. Then you have conventions that are now being, under scrutiny. You have conventions that have been going on, some for over 5 years, and you have some that been going on and off for the last 2 years that are literally platforming, gay men to speak on behalf of straight men. Basically, what's going on in the Manosphere is everything you could think about, men are, positioning themselves to talk about or defend or promote is happening, and it's peaking. And what's happening when it peaks is that a lot of factions and a lot of perspectives will actually start plummeting. We all know the red pill's been plummeting for the last over 5 years. It's been going downhill because there's no solutions beyond the man chasing dreams and hopes and all that BS. There's really no solutions in that section. You know what I'm saying? telling men to try to change the law, and that's been downgrading. It's been dying out. So what's happening is a lot of perspectives are being reestablished. And what I think's happening now, I'm not on TikTok. I heard the Passport Bros thing is huge on TikTok. What's happening is the new mainstream perspectives are rising. It's not going to be the red pill in the mainstream or, most followed perspective that's generating the most amount of controversy. Red pill is no longer, it hasn't been controversial in over 2 years. I know people will bring up, Andrew Tate and stuff, but what Andrew Tate's been saying, a lot of guys are saying now, she's not yours, it's your turn, blah, blah, blah. A lot of the old talking points, but it's not generating as much controversial interest, So what's going to happen now, and I think that's coming, that's going to generate a lot of controversy, is, of course, the Passport Bros. I think they're going to be number one, because the Passport Bros are a majority of black men in varying ages. And you've had this perspective for a while, of men traveling. You had the Black Man Travel Channel, telling men to go overseas and travel. But it wasn't as rebellious. It wasn't as rebellious with a hip hop level of rebellion in it. So the Passport Bros you got a lot of young black men telling other guys to travel, and they have that same energy that you see in rap. And rap is the most dominating culture, in America and globally. From America, rap is being absorbed all day, so they represent the biggest culture, black culture, which is rap and music. And now they're telling guys to culturally, hey, don't date here, don't do anything here. The culture of women here isn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So what you're having is, with the Passport Bros, is they're gonna change the culture of young men, when it comes to, how they date, because they're opening the narrative that, yeah, you should be dating overseas, should be dating overseas, and you should be seeking to have a family overseas and so on. So it's big, it's going to change the landscape. And what's going to happen is, once the white men start joining and promoting this same ideology of traveling overseas to start a family and so on, you're going to see a collision of culture and currency. The white man will bring in culture and finances to this, and we'll probably start businesses and, ways to have men travel there, and, real estate, basically set it up to where, dude, it won't be that hard for you to travel overseas. And we're not talking about a vacation where you just see the country. No, we're talking about a staycation where you're looking to stay. You're looking to basically travel, learn about having a family and all that stuff. So once the collision of, culture, which is the black men on Passport Bros, and then once the currency, or should I say finance, of the white men getting involved in this movement, and it goes viral as well, you're going to see a massive, and I've been saying it's a massive exodus of men, because the thing about the Passport Bros is, you've seen a lot of young men around their 20s and they're normal. Unlike these dating coaches, which are usually sleazeball looking weirdos, or they look like they're reading a script, these Passport Bros are more inviting and look more normal, And what you're gonna see is, I think the Passport Bro things, they'll most likely be number one in the Manosphere. A lot of controversy on them, because you already see the red pill guys going after them, because they're domesticated bums anyway. Their whole ideology is based on being trapped domestically and dealing with the issues domestically and avoiding the freedom that comes with overseas access. So, now the Passport Bros are being attacked by the red pill. So the red pill has now become the position of opposition, just as the women they so desperately preach are the enemy. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a rise of, I think, what's going to be dominating the manosphere. You're going to see the passport bros dominate. You're going to see the gray pill start dominating because the red pill PUAs are becoming more black pilled aware than ever before. And they're going to start preaching you should travel overseas as well, you know what I mean? And then below the gray pillars, you're seeing the dark gray pill, which is guys like Wheat Waffles, CBP. They're gonna be making a lot of noise, and they're gonna make a lot of money because they're promoting mental illness. And the big market that's coming up in America right now is mental illness. I mean, you see that website, what is it, BetterHelp, where they want you to go online to get a psychologist to talk to you, whatever. So that's coming up. Then below that, you'll see the black pill, you know what I'm saying, and the gold pill. Because a lot of guys that are in the passport bros, they will travel overseas for feminine women, but eventually they're going to look at it from the law perspective. When they look at it from the legal perspective, and it's not their emotions of seeking feminine women, and they understand that these women are feminine because of the laws, these men will basically go from passport bros to gold pilled. They'll start wanting to live overseas and enjoying that gold pill lifestyle of living overseas. And when they come back domestically, they'll become black pilled, you know. So there's a new route to becoming black pilled. And that route is basically traveling overseas, you know. So before it used to be just some type of issues happen. No, the route to the black pill now has expanded to overseas travel, and guys will get black pilled from traveling because when they see the law. But, you know, there's a lot coming, man. A lot happening in the manosphere. And another thing is because of Conan 19, guys will no longer tolerate a lot of scam artists, you know, a lot of scamming, frauding, you know, misrepresentation of straight men, you know, by having gay men represent straight men, you know, and, you know, that type of promotion. So you're going to see a lot more guys, you know, they're not going to bite their tongue because, you know, they've been through Conan 19. They've seen what happens. And another thing is the manosphere being a male space, you know, from the perspective of straight men, now you see the infiltration of closeted men, and even infiltration increasing from men platforming closeted men. A lot of men are saying, dude, this is all we have. This is the only safe haven where you can come to talk to other men from a perspective as a heterosexual male. So a lot of men will start going against this narrative that, you know, this is a place for, you know, closet representation and infiltration, because the whole manosphere is built on the issues that the heterosexual man faces in society: marriage, divorce, you know, having access to feminine women. So a lot of men now with the, you know, Conan 19 epidemic that happened, you know, they won't tolerate it. But, you know, it's been hold the truth hostage, where if the truth was so important, would it negotiate with lies? Hold the truth hostage. Peace.
It's so important, guys. So important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States. Like
Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of display.